Well, good afternoon, Martin. And firstly,
Good
our
afternoon.
congratulations from everyone at Top Employers for Volkswagen China's certification as a Top Employer 2026.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for spending the time with us. It's a day where we're also unveiling our latest World of Work Trends report.
Yes.
And of course, AI features in that. One of the trends is called AI with intent, and it's all about this shift from piloting, and actually a lot of pilots not yet being successful, through to scaling as well. And I wonder if we might start there, just think about Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Whereabouts is the business right now when it comes to AI?
Yeah, I think we are following very classical the AI cycle. I think it started all off 2-3 years ago with explorative approaches to look into this, use it in some small application. And I think over the years you need to discover how you scale AI, and it comes most likely not by different small systems. It comes by a logic how you implement AI in the corporate business, not only HR but also in the other. So I think from last year onwards, we saw something what we call the AI garage, to also show that's a garage for everyone in our company, not only for the HR topics, for finance, for engineering. And we are seeing that when you look into the infrastructure behind, so looking into how you apply the different kind of internet sources, the internal sources, but also the computing power you need for creating really AI impact, that you derive a systematic where then use cases can be applied to. And that's a very interesting part, because you ask for scale. You can scale in different dimension. You can scale in the variety. And this is what first happens from my point of view. People have an idea how to support their work. And then you see a scale in the usability per item, I would say. And during this life cycle, they're dropping things out, they're coming new things in, so new ideas and new ways. And I think we're in the midst of it to figure out what works at the end, what also scales in a kind of efficiency sense, because we are doing business, we are not NGO. So this means business impact is decisive for AI. And one of the topics for sure is where we don't want AI. Well, where we want to have the craftsmanship, the understanding of human being and the creativity, because the risk of AI is also that everything is quite similar at the end. Who needs then 3 products from 3 different providers looking the same, because the same AI structure worked on that? So I think this is, let's say, the broad perspective on AI scaling and also explorating.
Very curious, and you mentioned that idea of the AI garage, which is a fantastic concept as a kind of innovation hub. One of the things we're curious about is HR's role in leading AI implementation in the business. And I'm curious, who came up with this? Was it led by HR, or was it IT?
This is an interesting piece, because I have an unfair advantage, because I'm responsible for HR and IT. So that's why I'm there, not free of both sides. But I think we as HR, we need to be the driver, because it addresses also different kind of competence level. Where you see in some systems AI as a support. We are also talking about agentic AI more and more. And agentic AI is a workforce-driven topic, because it is a shift in how people approach AI, how they work with it, and afterwards how to justify, verify, and they say push results forward. So in this idea, I think HR has a very important role in this, to master the competence around AI. Also the shifts, it will be again, let's say, a quite disruptive approach in some, especially in individual contributor sessions. Where last time it was a discussion I had with some of the businesses that said, these are individual distributor, they're really looking into, and then they're passing their product to the next one. But with the agentic AI approach, you're most likely getting into a chain where they need them to supervise. They have their judgment on a certain kind of co-creation principle. And I think this is an HR topic for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned then the link between agentic AI and work design. And one of the things that we see globally, of course, is when it comes to manufacturing roles, they are being hit. Whether it's AI, but certainly with automation, with robotics as well. Just thinking about Volkswagen's very mixed workforce, where are you seeing either the biggest gains or the biggest change?
I think first of all, the biggest change is not so much in the production, because most likely there are a lot of investments inside. You have AI in the production, especially with supervision, maintenance, things where you can really gain benefit out of it. But I think the first change is when you look into the product development cycle and also where investments are initially made. I think we're seeing much quicker AI coming into the development process.
Okay.
In the development process, it comes definitely, and this is the discussion we have about efficiency. I think for the last 2 years, AI will revolutionize service factories, operation centers, and so on, which so far is not really seen. I think I can refer to a MIT report just end of last year where they said all the promises did not deliver out in the efficiency part. So I think in the whole industry they're looking for how this will change, because it's at the moment support, it's not substituting, to be honest. So this will be an interesting part. So from our perspective, we also think it will follow the life cycle very much. And for sure, the products you develop with AI later on to produce them with AI and robotics is also a huge part of it. And US and especially China, they really apply it. I think Europe is very conservative on the robotics approach. We will see quickly changes, and this drives then the competition, and then the competition picks also up on that. So it's a regular process, I think.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. You mentioned the human judgment piece and how do we really preserve where our humans in our workforce can really add value. Things like fairness, compliance as well, but the systems that come in. How does Volkswagen think about making sure that we're working with humans where they can add the most value?
I do have a very clear understanding for myself to this, and I can only speak for the area I'm responsible for.
Yes.
We love the human judgment at the end. This human touch is very much important, and as I said, it's the craftsmanship of HR work to also decide who not fits to us and who fits to us. Who we would like to separate because of performance reasons and who not. I think this is a judgment where supervisor, HR, and the company culture plays a very important role. And so far, AI is not able to distinguish in cultures and giving this kind of deep context. And deep context has something to do also, I don't know whether you know, but in Germany we say sometimes, can you smell someone? Can you feel this working out? This is something you cannot replace, and so far I see this human judgment is not substitutional. So it's not, you cannot substitute with any AI topic, and we want to have it. I think this makes the difference as well.
Yes. Yeah, most definitely. There's definitely a moment, isn't there, where, as you said, we shared some data earlier when we were looking at the world of work trends, but I think it was 46% of AI-based projects weren't making it through pilot to scale up phase, and that's very costly. Takes a lot of time. But there was also another one where actually executives in organisations, only a third of the time did they actually have confidence in the insights or the results of the AI tooling.
Yeah, they are not growing.
Very different from what
they are not growing up
projects.
with this. I think it's also a generation topic as always. What you are growing up, what you learn with. But I think this is also where AI must make their way. They must convince over the time. So it's always when a new technology comes at the beginning, there's a certain kind of hype, and I don't know whether you remember the Gartner cycle. The Gartner cycle said
the hype cycle.
The hype cycle, and then we are over, and now. For sure, as you said, I think when I hear 46% don't make it over the pilot, I think about it's like a venture capital fund.
Yes.
In venture capitals, I think you have 100 companies and 3 will make it out of it, 7 will do it right good, and 90% will die on the way. But anyway, the business impact is there. So I see it in this way, but where it will make the breakthrough, it will make a big change.
Yes.
So and this is what all companies are looking into it. Whether there is still also a hype which not pays off, I think we will see in the future.
Yeah, most certainly. Certainly, we can see a lot of organisations being able to automate certain parts of HR very successfully. The recruitment process stands out, of course. When you think about Volkswagen again, are there any real success stories where you have moved from pilot to scale and you're seeing the productivity gains now?
Yeah, in the operation center, definitely. Yeah. We have enabled, based on the AI Garage Operation Center, where, let's say, we have a broad basis, because it's all about data. Without data, everything is nothing. You cannot just apply an AI system, a smart algorithm, and a computing power. You need to structure your data. So we work with a policy nexus with teams together to nurture this, because this is needed to be up to date. And our AI has solved straight from the beginning, I think 90% of the policy questions, 90% of the questions to guide you. And now we are implementing that it's not a HR service. We want to have it as a corporate service, means we need to invite more into this database, and also it also converts back. You know, previously everybody had their own chatbot. You remember this? This is the finance chatbot, it's the HR chatbot. Now we're going to corporate solutions. So also how you communicate with the employee will change.
Yep.
So instead of having a navigated home page, most likely you go more to the Google approach, which is for home pages or web pages or intranet pages of companies. They have a tree and everybody should be on the first page. And most likely what you need is just a blank page with a row, and then you say, I want to have a business travel. I would like to have a reimbursement, or how is the process for applying special leaves? So, and then say, this is the process, here click and please enter, and then it goes. And then we're going into the agentic part, because behind there are processes which need then to be connected in between. And I think this is then where scale drives efficiency. Because this is now communicating, and for sure it's reduced also workload. But the real impact for the people is when you deliver the solution as well with AI, and not only the information and pointing to the right direction. And
but here's your tickets for your next
flight.
Yes.
So that's the next big step, I think.